Today we're going to do a little video on our new camper we got. This is a A-liner Scout Lite. We currently had a teardrop, which you can still see out here. We're selling our teardrop. We just need a little more room than the teardrop. And this one here, we're kind of limited because we have CRVs to tow with. They're limited to 1,500 pounds. This one weighs right in about somewhere a little over 1,100 pounds. It depends on how much you add to it. This one has a few extras. They have different lines. The smallest one that A-liner makes currently is the A Lite, and it's quite a bit smaller. It's probably about this much smaller. It only has one bed in it. This is the next one up, which is a 10-footer. They have the regular Scout, which I think has more stuff in it, and this is the Scout Lite. Basically, it's a stripped down version. The base unit doesn't even come with an air conditioning. It doesn't come with a tank in the front. You have no stove on this one at all. We just wanted the basic, like I say, there's the front end, and like I say, it just comes with a battery box up here. And what we're going to do, I don't like the way this is designed in the front. This has a strap that holds this down, and as it moves around, this strap will actually, this thing shifts back and forth. And I guess it won't come off of there, but I don't care for it moving around like that. So we're going to try to add this tough box on the front and put that battery box on the inside. So this video is just to show you what it looks like coming from the factory. We're going to put a jackie up on the front. I'll show a lot of these mods when I get done with it, but going around, basically, like I say, it's nice because it has the windows on both sides. It has the fantastic fan that blows in and out on there. This one did have the add-on of the air conditioner, which we definitely wanted. It coming around this side, it has a little porch light that you turn on right there. The lights on this inside are LED, but for some reason they haven't gone to the full LED outside yet. Our little tag does have LED all the way around, which I kind of wish they'd eventually get to all that on the A-liners. Which I think is the way to go. So we're going to walk on around here. Like I say, they just have the step here too that folds up. It's nice. Going around this side here on the back. Back's got the jacks on the back. You see the way the jacks come out here. Just on the back, not the front. Just come with the spare tire. Coming on around. And just down the basic this side here. You have your electrical cord plugged in there. And then up here you have a water hookup. Now this doesn't have a water tank. It's just strictly the water coming in. Has one little sink in there that drains out just ahead of the wheel well right here. That you put a gray water 5-gallon bucket or whatever you have. Up on the front there, way up here in the front, underneath that light, you'll see a place where you can hook up the Zamp solar if you want to put in solar panels to keep your batteries charged. I believe this one will do just fine because we're not going to run it in a refrigerator. We're going to have it doesn't come with a refrigerator, but we're going to end up putting a 110 refrigerator. Pick up one at Walmart for right around $100, depending on the size you want. So that's about it on the outside. Like I say, this poundage on this is very light. I was very impressed. My tag, I get about almost 30 miles a gallon with the new CRV. And when I pull the tag, I get about 22 miles a gallon. Now yesterday I pulled this thing all the way from Indianapolis to Kentucky, and I was really impressed that I was getting 24 to 25 miles per the gallon pulling this at about 65 mile an hour, maintaining that speed most of the time, 60, 65. So pretty impressed with that. Okay, let's go around the inside. Inside, like I say, this is a stripped down version. They do make a not a Scout, but the next one up, the Ranger line, basically have a Ranger 10. It's the same one, basically the same size body, the 10-foot body, and it has all the goodies. It has the tank, it has the stove inside, it has the heater, the furnace. It has the water tank. It also has an extra window right here in this section right here of the door. So it does have a few more things. We just didn't want to go with gas. We just wanted to stay. We like cooking outside. We got kind of spoiled with our tag that we cooked outside, so we just have a Coleman stove. We come outside and we cook on a picnic table under an awning or something. And then, like I say, as we go on in, show you a few things in here. Of course, it comes standard with the fire extinguisher. It does have this nice little light you can reach in here if you want to see what you're doing when you come in at night. A little night light here, or a little light to come on in. Has ventilation for your air conditioning coming in through this panel here, which it blows out the top right through here, which is nice. It has this one bunk on this side, and it has storage underneath the bunk. It's kind of strange how it's set up. You can either access it through this top panel and go straight down through it. There's a panel here and there's another one over here, or you can go through these doors, which I guess in a way is nice. That's why they have more support in there. And they have this one here for some reason that lifts up. I'm not really sure. Someone's figured this out, but I haven't really figured out why they did what they did. So coming on in, like I say, this one does not have a stove. Normally a stove would sit in here. It does have the sink. Like I say, it's just straight water off. You know, if you're hooked up, it doesn't have a pump or anything like that. Now some of them have an add-on refrigerator, which we opted out of because they're either gas or they're 110, or they're usually the 2-way, not the 3-way. If it had a 12 volt, I might go that route, but we decided to stay away from that because it's going to be hard to access this before we go camping. So we're going to bring a cooler in and just push it in on the floor here, and then as we get to our spot, we'll take our 110 refrigerator that we're going to put in this spot and fill it up. So anyway, looking around in here, the way it comes in, you know, on this side you have a kind of a kitchenette. This is a 49-inch wide bed here. It's supposed to be for 2 people, but it's pretty much for 1. What happens is this table collapses down. Underneath it here, can't really see it, but over here there's some slats, and you pull those slats out and you lay them across, and it makes your full bed there. And then so you go around here on this side, and I'll show you. Under here you got the storage underneath both seats that lift out, and lift out on this side as well. There. And back over here where the air conditioner is again, you got the 2. We got one here that goes to the air conditioner. I believe we're going to go ahead and put a microwave in here. And what it is, there's actually a plug that goes to this, just to the air conditioner. It's dedicated, but I believe you could go run off, maybe run the microwave. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough juice to run the air conditioner and the microwave, but we'll have to see. There's also a plug down here and a plug over here on this side. And your electrical box, your setup for converting your 110 to 12 volt is right underneath here. That's a pretty nice little panel there. It pops out. Let's see if we can get enough light in here to see that. And then there's that. It's got a fan that runs there. And coming back around, like I said, here's this little jack right here that you use on the back. Stabilizers on the back. Let's see what else we got here. It does come with, like I said, the small window here. It rolls down. Most of these curtains are pretty primitive. We're going to do some work on those. Some comes down, has a snap. You can snap them, secure them. These windows are really nicely smoked, so you almost don't have to worry about these side ones. They do have a pull-up here for your complete privacy if you want. They're a little stiffer than what I'm used to on the tag. You got the heave on them, but they're also a lot larger too. And on this side you got the full A window here, which I like, which opens. This one does open. Again, with this one on this side here also opens. That gives you a cross-through ventilation. We're going to redo these curtains because we want that full A on top open. For privacy, we're going to make a tension rod that comes across basically right here at the end of the A and come across here and just basically have some privacy on the bottom. I always leave the top open. Probably get rid of this when they come with it. Again, you got to worry about how it folds down, so you got to keep it kind of tight to the mat. You do have the thickness of the rubber stopper where it folds down, and on this side the same thing, all rubber stoppers that fold down. And you do have the high walls, so you can, you know, pretty much make up your bed and leave those made up if you want to do that. And you leave pillows in here because it would have all that space underneath there. So, and looking around again, I'm not sure because this one doesn't have gas. It doesn't have a CO2 detector, but it does have the fire detector there. And looking around, there's your fantastic fan. That's about it. I just want to show you what it looks like before we start. We're going to do a lot of mods. We're starting this morning. We're going to load up some stuff. We're going to try to work on that tongue trailer out front. I mean the storage out in the tongue. I'm also going to work on putting that jacky up on, because if you don't have one of those, you definitely want one of those, because it's something that comes in handy. You're trying to get that. I had to fight this one, even the new one, to get off. And that's what this is. What it is. With jacky up, goes here and hooks in, and this whole piece comes out, and that way you don't have to fight to get that wheel off each and every time. And here it is here. This is the one I used to have on my tag right here, and I'll show you that when I get that installed. Now, one other thing I didn't tell you about was on this particular model, it comes with a brake controller. We didn't have this with the tag, and what it does is it's electric brakes. Comes with this one here came with electric brakes, and it comes up to this little controller up here in the front. And it's kind of neat because on my CRV they didn't have to mount anything, but a little thing that actually plugs into the cigarette lighter, and it runs through the electrical system in the car and hooks into your 7-way plug in the back. And all it does is gives you gentle braking if you're going down the hill. What's nice about also, it has a breakaway right here. This thing right here, there's a wire that comes in and hooks into your trailer, and if for some reason that was to break loose, it would automatically apply your brakes and stop your camper wherever it's falling off at. Hopefully that would never happen, but if it did, you'd be prepared for it. One other thing I did that this particular unit has, they call it the high wind package. It's not a whole lot they've done here, but what it's done is there's basically, it's supposed to be an add-on, but you see this little wire right here. It goes up to the top, it comes down, it has a pin right here. You basically take this, unpin it, and you bring it back over here to this side here, and you pin it over here on this side. And you have that on each side, and what that prevents that from doing is, so the high winds, it keeps that top from lifting off. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I want to be in a wind where I'm thinking about that top blowing off anyway, but I guess it's just for, you know, wind gust or something like that. If it starts getting really crazy, you probably want to get out of this thing anyway. I don't think you want to ride it out in a 60-mile-an-hour wind. That's just one more add-on they put on here, which I guess they've decided works out pretty good, and they've had problems in the past, so that was an add-on. It was something that was already on this camper, but I don't think it comes standard with it normally. This is just a basic, about as basic as you get with the A-liner. But the nice thing is the weight and the size, and like I say, I'm very impressed with the gas mileage we got pulling it, because with it all folded down, it got really good gas mileage. So that's about it. Got any questions? Leave a message on this YouTube video.